Hey, what's up? It's me, Nick, right back where we were. Last time we got into this cave and I bit the dust. I got duped by a skeleton. Little aimbot and skeleton fool. Lit me up real good. We're down here. Some diamonds over there, but I don't even have an iron pickaxe yet, which we're gonna get here very soon. And I think before I ended last episode, I started talking about my brand and my story and all that. And that's kind of what I want to get into this episode. Because that one ran a little long, but it's all right. So my brand has been, in the works for a very long time. I first started making YouTube videos under the alias Nixter777. It's, Nixter777. Now, as you can see, it's Nikki. It's Nikki. I started spelling my name different about a year ago because no one spells Nick like that. And I thought it was cool. So I did. I just started spelling my name like that. But around, early high school, sophomore-ish year, I went to this first concert. At the time, we called them raves. It wasn't really a rave. It was just a concert, a venue. But it was an EDM show. AU5, to be exact. Awesome artist. All the props in the world to him. He's super, super smart dude. I went to that show and I don't know, something clicked that night and I just wanted to do that. I wanted to do that. I wanted to DJ and I wanted to make music. And that's what I decided to start doing. I asked for a little DJ mixing console, I think for my birthday, or maybe it was for Christmas. I also asked for a set of monitors, a set of speakers. I think the DJ board came first, and I think I may have just went out and bought that because I do recall asking for monitors from my parents for Christmas, a pair of KRKs, some Rokits, and a Scarlett Solo interface. Sure enough, Christmas morning came around and I must have been on my best behavior because sure enough, right there under the tree, exactly what I wished for. Now, I have to preface this by saying this. I was very blessed with my upbringing. I was very fortunate in a lot of ways that a lot of people are not fortunate in. Which I understand limits, it doesn't truly limit, but it implies limitation on what I'm allowed to talk about regarding struggle. So I do always talk about my upbringing with caution because I understand there's people that have had a lot less and heard a lot more for the things they do have. But I did struggle. There were downs to match the ups. I can't argue that, and even in the circumstances, I have to acknowledge that those things made me feel a certain way. Whether good or bad, they still made me feel a certain way. And I understand now more than ever that that's the case with everybody. Everybody has struggle, and everybody is different in how they interpret struggle. So there may have been struggles I went through that I deem terrible that other people would look at and kind of gawk at and say, man, I had it so much worse. The thing is, if you really start talking to people, everybody will say they had it worse. They had it real bad. They had it terrible. And you can't deny that maybe they did actually have it terrible. I digress. I got myself a pair of studio monitors, nice audio interface, and saved up and got myself a copy of FL Studio. From there, man, I became a little bit obsessed with it. I was making music really whenever I got the chance to, and or when I say I thought I was hot shit, I thought I was it. I thought I was gonna be the next big thing, dude. I was and the same feeling even came up a lot of the time in my YouTube. My videos, I thought I was gonna be super popular and I was gonna have it easy and live my life from my internet money and wouldn't have to worry about anything. I'm glad it didn't go that way. I'm really glad it didn't go that way. Because if it had, I would not have the perspective I have on life now. And I did go through some pretty rough times. Not necessarily growing up, but when I got out of the house and I was still being taken care of in a lot of ways. But I was also, in a lot of ways, very alone. And that loneliness hurt. But I was always able to find solace in music. No matter what I did, where I went, how bad things got, there was always music. It's weird. It's like a like a big geo, just all rock and water. I should probably make a trip back up to the surface, drop off some of the stuff I have so I don't die way down here with diamonds in my inventory. That would kind of suck. So let's do that. Let's get our way back up. No, it does. So from a very young age, I had this concept of branding, right? I had this concept of having a persona, having a mask I put on in front of specific people, or not even specific people, just broad, just a mask I put on. At first, it was that Nixer 777 I was talking about, and for a long time, that was what I thought was the end all be all. I was like, yeah, that's a cool name. It's sick. I think I already have potatoes that I don't need to bring another potato up. But once I got into my music, then I started to really not understand, but I really started to ponder what it actually meant to have and be a brand. So I started up a SoundCloud. I started to put my music up there. Started under PIK. It's like picnic rhymes, and yeah, I thought that was the shit too. And it wasn't. I can say that much. It was shit. It wasn't the shit. And but I still have to be accepting of myself. Like I have to acknowledge that that's where I started. That's where I came from. And I'm really glad things didn't just magically work out back then, to be honest with you, because I would have never have even come close to seeing what my potential was. I started putting my music out there and started showing it off to my friends, and well, really, I was seeking validation. I'd send them my music, and I just wanted them to tell me I was doing good. I just wanted to hear, "Oh, that's awesome! Good job, Nick. You did great. You're doing great." I was I was seeking external validation so fervently that I completely neglected every aspect that deserves validation. Oh, we get to sleep in the rain. Oh, never mind. There's monsters nearby. Where? I see no monsters. You're not a monster. You're a dog. Okay, whatever. Oops. Let's make another furnace so we can put one on top of. What just happened? Okay, maybe there is a monster nearby because I definitely hear something walking around. Let's get all that put away. Let's get my diamonds and stuff secured. Nearly natural. Get the drops put away. Blocks away. Keep some oak and some stuff on us. Keep some arrows on us too, because we got a bow now. Whoa! How do you like it? Stuck. It's down here. Ooh, another little cavern. I figured out what was walking underneath my bed. Dang old creeper. Where was I? Oh, two dang old creepers. Oh, snap. Get frick, dude. Hell yeah. Heal myself up. Ooh. Place torches everywhere, right, Oshi? Yeah, I was seeking validation, but I wasn't putting in the time to actually work on being validatable. I just thought I was great. I thought I didn't have to practice my skill and get good at stuff. Boy, was I wrong. My old music was poop. It was poop, but it was a humble beginning. Like now I've earned a little bit of a right to say that I'm pretty good at what I do. I've earned the right to talk a little bit of smack about music, even if people don't like hearing it. I've put in the work. There's always more work to put in, don't get me wrong. You're never a master. You just continue mastering. It's never all said and done. There's always another thing you could do and get good at. Which that's pretty cool in and of itself, if you ask me. Around that time, though, that's when I found my music school. I finally found like a community, like a group, people that were into the same thing. And boy, did I love it. Talking about the stuff to people, pardon me, talking about the stuff to people that could understand it and talk it back. That was cool. That was really cool. It's kind of a pivotal point in my life. I really started to think about my brand then. And that's when I found the name Live in Waves. I started to get really philosophical about everything. Started to partake in some extracurricular activities of the negative influence kind. Dare, if you know what I mean. I was doing some stupid stuff with some stupid people. And I got lucky. I got lucky that it did not end poorly. But I dug myself out of that hole. Signed up for term of service. However, got caught up in some more negative activities. And I tried to take myself out of the equation. It's like I couldn't get away from it, you know? I couldn't get away from this. I couldn't outrun my past. So I tried to get rid of it all. Somewhere along the way, I realized I wasn't quite ready to go. And told someone. And they got me the help I needed. Got me in the hospital. Got the treatment that saved my life, I suppose. When I was sitting in that hospital room in the ICU, I had a lot of time to think. lot of time to really look at myself, look at my life, make a little bit of sense of it. And that's exactly what I did. I started to really notice these patterns, these waves, I guess you could call them, the way that everything kind of looks the same on this very elevated point of view, if you will. Everything sort of follows this natural progression from sapling to tree, the growth and decay, from beginning to end. And I guess that's why I really started to walk in this idea, this brand concept of living waves. Because I started to see that waves are everywhere. Everything we do. It's it just felt so connected. That's not how those go. But it was through this music school that I started to learn the concepts of music business and branding and marketing and how it applies. And along the way, it became clear to me that you sort of had to have a definite mission. There was a lot I did pick up from my term of service in the military. How to carry myself, how to talk, how to walk with confidence, how to look the part, how to clean up, how to order, how to lead. How to structure an organization, how to organize just in general. It wasn't until after I got out that I started to realize that not only does everything follow similar patterns, but things kind of like attracts like. Like resonance. Things that stay together are aligned. Things that cancel each other out are opposites. Thinking of it like a wave, like positive and negative, and I always was under the impression that opposites attract because of magnets, right? I don't necessarily think that's true because we can't see the magnetic field. Wouldn't it make more sense that when the magnetic fields are in alignment, that's when it pulls them together? Because it's like, well, the magnetic field is a loop out one end into the other in one direction. And if you have two out one end and into the other, if they clash, they repel. But if they go out one end and into the other in the same direction, then the magnetic fields would combine, wouldn't they? And then you have, well, it's not in the same direction. It's like, maybe it's the opposite direction, but it's when they combine, then it's like that out point changes. I don't know. I mean, from the words, you can't even imagine what I'm trying to visualize right now. It's hurting my head to attempt to visualize it. Magnets are weird. But I've always been under the impression that opposites attract, right? Positive to negative. But the more I guess, live and the more I question, God damn, he's putting the fucking screws on me right now. There we go. The more I live, the more I see how much similar things come together. Anyways, somewhere after I got out of the military, that's when I really started to think about my brand and just my mission, right? Me as a person. What am I here to do? And my time in the hospital, I realized it is meaningless. That means you have to make the meaning. You have to create the meaning, and you have to give yourself a reason to do whatever it is you're going to do. And I knew I wanted to do something with music. I just didn't know what or how. But I started to think about it. Started to really, really think about it. Around that time, I knew I wanted to do stuff like this. Just some Minecraft videos and some gaming videos. I always knew it was something I enjoyed. I always enjoyed doing this, and I wanted to keep doing it. But I didn't want to do it under that same Nixer 777. Because in a lot of ways, I see it as very symbolic. When I ended up in the hospital, that old me died. Who I was no more. I had to build myself up mostly from scratch. There was a lot of stuff left over. Not mostly from scratch. I had a good kind of a template to build myself from. But I knew I needed to have a goal, a mission, and a cohesive front. And I'm pretty confident when I say now that cohesive front is coming together. Because I really like the live-in waves, like the concept of it, the mission. I did really like that. And that's what I'm sticking with. But for like being the brand front, just the name, Live in Waves it's bulky. It doesn't necessarily look that great on a poster. And I guess it kind of confuses some people. So one day, and fairly recently, I thought about all my brand identity stuff. I've written it all down and put it into a nice big Word document. And I started to think about all of the stuff I actually wanted to do with the brand, like shows and YouTube videos and music videos and gaming videos, and how it all tied together. And just recently, I was laying there in bed and kind of hit me. With a branded music content, make a new name, something that's catchy, looks cool on a poster. And the only point of that channel and that outlet of media is that 100% professionally branded content. That's your music videos, that's your heavily like affected, and you know, that's the Vivo essentially. And doing that allowed me a specific place to put all of that content, separate from all of the content that went into making that content, which is what the Live-In Waves is now. Because it's like living waves or live, where the mistakes are there and it's raw. It's kind of edited because it's right in between the fully branded and the fully not. And that's where this channel comes in. This is the complete opposite end of the spectrum of the new name, of the music outlet, of that fully branded content. This is, as much as it is still on brand, I can now be at liberty with what I put on this channel, because this is me. This is the ego behind the name, behind the brand. And the ego just referring to me as a person. Like, who am I? Who is Nick? So, in essence, my brand is 3 components. There's this, it's Nikki. That is me, unbranded, raw, unfiltered. It's with a kid, wavy kid, if you will, but I like to say it weird because it kind of sounds cool. That's that fully branded content. That's the Vivo. where all the final products end up. And it's just music and music videos and perhaps like video, um, like short films kind of style, kind of vibe. And then there's the middle point, the live-in waves, where the ego meets the brand and it comes to life. So for now, I'm just doing production videos on it. I'm just making a song a day for all of this month, March, when this is being filmed. I don't know when this video is going out, but probably not in March, to be honest with you. And any of the behind the scenes content that goes into making the fully branded content. It's where the ego meets the brand. It's where the personality creates the project. I think it's the super cool concept where I have the two sides of the spectrum and then that middle point where they come together to live, I suppose. And my whole concept on life is that balance of yin and yang. And the wave, how the wave came to life. How do I get out of this cave? It wasn't this way. I'm pretty sure it wasn't this way, but it might be. There's no torches. Maybe it was daytime when I came down? That's not good. Oh, I see daylight. We're free. Let's get out of here. So, what the heck was that? Why was bro just flying? I don't know, dude. Why were you flying? Here, let me get a picture of you. There we go. Thumbnail. Yeah, that's the brand right there. Anyways, I think it's about that time. Got 3 stacks of coal on us. Back to the little amp of bed right here. Let's get some iron smelting. Get some stuff put away. Oops, give me that. Cool. We are all stocked up. Let me make some more arrows with that. Flint. I don't have feathers. Never mind. Right. We need to get some more pork chop cooked up. That's going to do it for this episode, though, guys. Gals, humans, bots, AI, all alike. I do appreciate anyone who took the time to watch this. If you enjoyed, you know what I'm about to say. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you want to know when the next one comes out. I'll see you soon.